The future is coming, and sooner than you think. These emerging technologies will change the way we live, how we look after our bodies, and help us avert a climate disaster. Technology moves at a rapid pace these days. It can sometimes feel like every single day there is a new technology that is going to revolutionize the future. But with so many massive technological upgrades happening all the time, it is easy to lose track of the amazing ways the world is progressing. There are artificial intelligence programs writing poems from scratch and making images from nothing more than a worded prompt. There are bionic eyes, massive holograms, and food made in labs. All of this just scratches the surface of what is out there. So we've gathered the most exciting future technologies, listing them all below. Necrobotics. Sometimes new future technologies can offer amazing development, with the possibility of changing the future, while also being incredibly creepy. This is one way to describe the idea of necrobotics, which, as the name suggests, involves turning dead things into robots. While this sounds like a plot to a creepy horror film, this is a technology being explored at Rice University. A team of researchers turned a dead spider into a robot-like gripper, given the ability to pick up other objects. To achieve this, they take a spider and inject it with air. This works because spiders use hydraulics to force their version of blood, hemolymph, into their limbs, making them extend. Right now this concept is in its infant stages, but it could mean a future where dead animals are used to further science. It all feels very Frankenstein-like. Sand batteries. Not every technology bettering our future has to be complicated. Some are simple, yet extremely effective. One of these kind of technologies has come from some Finnish engineers who have found a way to turn sand into a giant battery. These engineers piled 100 tons of sand into a 4x7 meter steel container. All of this sand was then heated up using wind and solar energy. This heat can then be distributed by a local energy company to provide warmth to buildings in nearby areas. Energy can be stored this way for long periods of time. All of this occurs through a concept known as resistive heating. This is where a material is heated by the friction of electrical currents. Sand and any other non-superconductor are warmed by the electricity passing through them. Generated heat then can be used for energy. Xenotransplantation. Inserting the heart of a pig into a human feels like a bad idea, and yet, this is one of the latest medical procedures that is seeing rapid progress. Xenotransplantation, the procedure of transplanting, implementing or infusing a human with cells, tissues or organs from an animal source, has the potential to revolutionize surgery. One of the most common procedures performed so far is the insertion of a pig's heart into a human. This has now successfully happened twice. However, one of the patients was only alive for a few months, and the second is still being observed. In these surgeries, the heart cannot be instantly put into a human. Gene editing needs to take place first. Certain genes need to be knocked out of the heart, and human genes need to be added, mainly around immune acceptance and genes, to prevent excessive growth of heart tissue. Right now, these surgeries are risky, and there is no certainty around success. However, in the near future, we could see xenotransplants happening on a regular basis, providing hearts or tissues from animals to humans in need of it. AI image generation. As artificial intelligence continues to perform jobs just as well as humans, there is a new industry to add to the list: the world of art. Researchers at the company OpenAI have created a software that is able to create images from just worded prompts. Type in a dog wearing a cowboy hat singing in the rain, and you'll get a host of completely original images that fit that description. You can even choose what style of art your request will come back in. However, the technology isn't perfected and still has issues, like when we gave it poor prompts on designing cartoon characters. This technology, known as DALL-E, is now its second iteration, and the team behind it plans to continue developing it further. In the future, we could see this technology used to create art exhibitions for companies to get quick, original illustrations, or of course, to revolutionize the way we create memes on the internet. 3D printed bones. 3D printing is an industry promising everything from cheap house building through to affordable rugged armor. But one of the most interesting uses of the technology is the building of 3D printed bones. The company Ossiform specializes in medical 3D printing, creating patient-specific replacements of different bones from tricalcium phosphate, a material with similar properties to human bones. Using these 3D printed bones is surprisingly easy. A hospital can perform an MRI, which is then sent to Ossiform, who create a 3D model of the patient's specific implant that is needed. The surgeon accepts the design, and then once it is printed, it can be used in surgery. What is special about these 3D printed bones is that because of the use of tricalcium phosphate, the body will remodel the implants into vascularized bone. That means they will enable the full restoration of function that the bone it is replacing had. To achieve the best integration possible, the implants are of a porous structure and feature large pores and canals for cells to attach to and reform bone. Living robots. Tiny hybrid robots made using stem cells from frog embryos could one day be used to swim around human bodies to specific areas requiring medicine, or to gather microplastic in the oceans. These are novel living machines, said Joshua Bongard, a computer scientist and robotics expert at the University of Vermont, who co-developed the millimeter-wide bots, known as Xenobots. They're neither a traditional robot nor a known species of animal. It's a new class of artifact, a living, programmable organism. Like and subscribe for more videos.